another online class. Today we're going to be talking about a study technique that you've heard probably since you were in first grade, but still there are a lot of things that you can modify, adapt, and learn to make it even more effective. We're going to be talking about brainstorming. Have you ever had too much in your mind and when you sit down to work you lose track of all of those ideas? Have you ever tried to come up with an idea for a project or have a problem you couldn't solve? Brainstorming is such a versatile technique that you can use it for pretty much anything you can come up with. Let's start by defining what brainstorming is and exactly how it works. Okay, so brainstorming, it's a way to think of many different ideas, like I said at the beginning. For example, if you're trying to plan your birthday party, maybe you just want to have some decorations ideas or food ideas, or even how you want your cake. You can do some brainstorming in order to find the best idea. If you want to buy a new video game, you might brainstorm the ways that you could raise money to pay for it. Maybe you can brainstorm to help someone in your family with a specific situation. I don't know, maybe what are we going to have for dinner? That sort of thing. Like I said, from something very simple to the complicated thing, you can use brainstorming. In context, the brainstorming, it's a strategy or a tool of work in which a maximum or all the people participate by responding or presenting views on one topic. This technique encourages new ideas among work groups or individuals, which would never happen under normal circumstances. The idea of the brainstorming is that you get creative with the ideas that you put on the table. So in conclusion, the brainstorming is a large or small group activity that encourages us to focus on a topic and contribute to the free flow of ideas. The brainstorming main strategy is for you to focus on one thing and work on that one thing. We could talk about two types of brainstorming. We can talk about the traditional brainstorming and the advanced brainstorming. The traditional brainstorming, you just gather in a room and you start just forwarding your ideas as they occur to them. The main idea is to lose your inhibitions, and no idea should be judged. You should build up ideas over someone else's ideas. Here, we're just like gathering in a room and everyone is exposing their ideas, okay? There is no order, there is no formality on it. But the advanced brainstorming obviously is an extension of the traditional brainstorming and makes the whole process easier and effective. The advanced brainstormings use new techniques, even new process, and there are even softwares that helps you with your brainstorming, and it gets into more a creative side, okay? There's even like new material for simulate ideas before I even get them into practice. So basically the advanced brainstorming talks about brainstorming including technology in the sessions, so it's more easier, faster, and effective. Okay, so here are 6 elements to create the perfect brainstorm. Even though the brainstorming is something that should come natural, there are some things that you need to keep in mind whether you're working with groups or doing it individually. Okay, so the first one is pick a question or a problem to solve. You need to have your focus idea. You need to have your project. You need to know what is it that you're going to brainstorm about, okay? The second one, pick a time and place. When you're brainstorming, it's exactly the same thing that when you're going to study, do a work, or even just watch a series. You need to pick a place where you can have your functions at maximum capacity, where you can actually focus, when you concentrate on what you're doing, because you need all the energy that you can get to do this advanced thinking, okay? The third one is encourage the discussion of ideas. When you're brainstorming, there's a lot of things that are going to come up, and not necessarily you just need to leave them like that. Discussing the ideas can create even more ideas, or even find out at that moment if the idea is actually useful or not. So the discussions of ideas without judging, without any negativity, it's great for the brainstorming. Set a time. It's important that you set a limit time. I mean, I'm going to brainstorm for 20 minutes. It's not that you're going to spend the whole day brainstorming, because at some point you're going to have to solve the problem that you were brainstorming for. So you need to set a time where you're going to just put out everything that is out of your head. Write down all the ideas and organize them. It's important that everything that you come up with, it's written on a paper so you can see it later. So what you can do is put the ideas into different categories. For example, you could organize the answers to why stealing is wrong under the following headlines: practical reason, moral reason, odd reason. Like, everything that comes up to your mind has a specific place on your paper. Get rid of bad ideas. At the end of the brainstorming, when you've done all your ideas on a paper, you're going to cut down the ideas. You're going to see which ideas are actually useful, practical, or even realistic. So at that moment, you're going to realize which ones are useless, and those are the ones that you're going to get rid of and cut out of your brainstorming, okay? It's important that you spend time discussing the ideas that actually work best for your project or your problem. In a brainstorming session, everyone should suggest ideas. No one should be pressured to make brilliant ideas. And remember that always the objective of the brainstorm is to produce as many ideas as possible. It doesn't have to be all brilliant ideas. We just need ideas to come up with the solution to our problem or to get in march with our project. You're not supposed to criticize other people's ideas, and just because someone offered an idea doesn't mean that you actually have to use it. That's why it's so important, the sixth step that I was talking to you about. You just need to get rid of the ideas that actually are not going to work. So it's very important to understand why sometimes it's necessary to use brainstorming in order to complete a task or a project. By expressing ideas and listening to what others say, we adjust our previous knowledge and understanding, and accommodate new information and increase the levels of awareness. It's very important that you understand that the last content that we were talking about are building up to a major content. Okay, so the brainstorming and the mind map and the critical thinking and the practical thinking are all related. The idea is that all of these techniques help you be more efficient at the moment that you study, or that you're learning new content, or that you're trying to create some sort of a study guide, okay? So it's very important that you understand that the brainstorming actually gives you time where you can collect ideas before actually finding out what you're going to do to solve that problem, to create that project. It's like a step-by-step of the task. It's creating a step-by-step, of the task that you're going to have to do before doing them. I don't know if I made myself clear with that, but the brainstorming gives you a little bit of blueprint of how you're going to do things, okay? So it's important also that to understand the brainstorm actually contribute to build up your own knowledge by getting ideas from other people. So brainstorming, it's not simply just putting out the ideas out there. It's more than just that. The process puts you in a creative space, in a creative form of mind that increase your curiosity. And being curious opens your mind to see other perspectives, to get you out of the box. So you are able to see things from another perspective and makes a little bit of a more critical thinker. Like I was just saying before, all of these techniques relate to each other, okay? So as usually, I'm going to give you some couple of websites and videos so you can go deeper on this subject. The first one, how to create and implement a brainstorming process in 5 steps. It's like a guide of how to do your brainstorm process more effective. It's really cool, and it's only 5 steps. It's a very easy reading. And then you have just a couple of tech talks, because I really love tech talks. of how the brainstorm actually gets you more creative, gets you more of a critical thinker, and even helps you on not only on your study and academic fields, but also on the work field where eventually you're gonna enter. So you have a better way to brainstorm. Life is a brainstorm. 4 simple ways to have a great idea, and brainstorm techniques, how to innovate in groups. So I will highly recommend you to watch these videos. Are very short videos. There's even a video that takes 3 minutes. So they're very easy videos, fun videos, and have a lot of information that it's really interesting. Remember that if you have any questions or comments, you can contact me through the Hangouts application. You can leave me a comment on the Google Classroom, or you can even send me an email. I'll be more than happy to know about you and receive messages from you. See you the next time, guys. Bye.